So India is a dead economy, right? Let's talk about the new ratings that India has. Now, Fitch has affirmed India's credit rating at BBB minus with a stable outlook, projecting a robust FY26 growth of 6.5% on the back of GST and other reforms. Though the debt burden will be a reason for credit weakness, the credit rating agency added that Trump tariffs will eventually be negotiated lower. US tariffs are a moderate downside risk to our forecast but are subject to a high degree of uncertainty. The Trump administration is planning to impose a 50% headline tariff on India by 27 August, although we believe this will eventually be negotiated lower. This was Fitch said. It also said the direct impact on GDP will be modest as exports to the US account for 2% of GDP, but tariff uncertainty will dampen business sentiment and investment. Now, the note added that India's ability to benefit from China plus one shift would be reduced if Trump tariffs on India remain above those of Asian players. However, proposed goods and services tax reforms should support consumption and offset growth risks, which also says that potential of India's GDP 6.4% will be driven by public capex, revival in private investment, and favorable demographics. India's government's deregulation agenda, GST reforms, should support incremental growth. Passage of other significant reforms, especially on land and labor laws, seems politically difficult. Domestic demand will remain solid, underpinned by the ongoing public capex drive and steady private consumption. However, private investment is likely to remain moderate, particularly given heightened US tariff risks. Now, Fitch has cited two key factors that could lead to a rating downgrade going forward, which are the sustainability of a high medium-term growth along with an improved private investment cycle, which is actually doubtful, and a commitment to keep government debt on a steady downward trend. On the other hand, the two factors are key risk to a downgrade, that is a stalled fiscal consolidation or rise in government debt to GDP ratio or a weaker GDP growth outlook that weighs on the debt trajectory. So India is not a dead economy.